The power of emotional mastery. Imagine a world where no one's actions, disappointments, or selfish motives could ever shake you. A world where you're always composed, never caught off guard, and fully in control of your emotions. How empowering would that be? For most people, emotional reactions dictate their lives. Every slight, every letdown, and every dramatic situation pulls them off balance. But it doesn't have to be this way. Emotional mastery isn't a distant dream. It's achievable through consistent practice and wisdom. In today's video, we'll delve into 10 transformative daily practices inspired by the profound teachings of Buddhism that will give you unshakable control over your emotional reactions. These are practices that cultivate resilience, clarity, and inner peace, enabling you to reclaim your power and face life with renewed strength and composure. Let's begin this journey toward emotional mastery. 1. Always expect the worst from people. People are complex beings, often driven by self-interest, whether consciously or unconsciously. Their actions can be unpredictable, and even well-meaning individuals may unintentionally let us down. By expecting the worst from others, you prepare yourself emotionally for any outcome, positive or negative. This mindset is not about being cynical or pessimistic. Instead, it's about cultivating emotional resilience by setting realistic expectations. When you accept that people may act in ways that don't align with your desires or needs, you shield yourself from the shock of disappointment. When things don't go as planned, or someone's actions seem hurtful, your preparedness helps you remain calm and composed. You can approach situations with a clear, level-headed perspective rather than being swept up by emotional reactions. This mental fortitude allows you to maintain control and make rational decisions, even in the face of unexpected outcomes. Practicing this doesn't mean you should expect negativity in all interactions. Instead, it's a reminder to remain grounded and aware of human fallibility. When you anticipate potential letdowns, the sting of disappointment lessens and your emotional balance remains intact. 2. Prepare to be disappointed by everyone. Disappointment is an inevitable part of life, even with the people we trust and cherish most. Friends, family, and colleagues are all human, carrying their own flaws, challenges, and priorities. By preparing yourself for the reality that even those closest to you may let you down at times, you build emotional resilience. This preparation doesn't mean expecting betrayal or lowering your standards for relationships. Instead, it's about understanding that imperfection is a part of life. By accepting that disappointment is a natural occurrence, you safeguard your emotional stability. When disappointment arises, you're less likely to feel hurt or shocked. Instead of reacting impulsively or emotionally, you can face the situation with a steady, balanced mindset. This approach helps you maintain a sense of well-being, regardless of external circumstances, because you're no longer reliant on others to uphold your emotional equilibrium. Remember, preparing for disappointment isn't about becoming detached or indifferent. It's about cultivating the ability to remain calm and focused, regardless of what happens around you. This practice empowers you to handle life's challenges with poise and emotional strength. 3. Assume selfish motives in everyone you meet. It's natural for people to prioritize their own needs, desires, and goals, whether intentionally or subconsciously. By assuming that everyone you meet has their own agenda, you protect yourself from being blindsided by unexpected actions. This approach is not about distrusting others, but about being mindful and realistic about human nature. When you accept that people often act in ways that serve their self-interest, you're less likely to feel betrayed, manipulated, or overly disappointed. This mindset keeps you emotionally detached, allowing you to interact with others calmly and strategically, instead of reacting impulsively or emotionally. Assuming selfish motives helps you set realistic expectations in relationships and interactions. You'll better understand people's actions and motives, making you more adept at navigating complex situations. It allows you to maintain control over your emotions, ensuring you don't invest too heavily in unrealistic expectations or illusions about others' intentions. This practice doesn't mean you should isolate yourself or approach relationships cynically. Instead, it's a tool to help you stay grounded and emotionally resilient, fostering healthier and more balanced connections with others. 4. Detach by observing your thoughts, not reacting. Your mind is a constant stream of thoughts, some positive, some negative, and many random. Often these thoughts trigger emotional reactions that may not serve you well. One of the most powerful ways to gain control over your emotions is to observe your thoughts without immediately reacting to them. This practice is like watching clouds drift across the sky. You see the thoughts, acknowledge them, but don't let them dictate your emotions or actions. By creating this mental space, you separate yourself from the immediate pull of your thoughts, allowing you to choose a calm, rational response rather than an impulsive reaction. This detachment helps you understand that thoughts are not facts. Just because a thought arises doesn't mean it's true or requires action. By practicing this mindfulness technique, you train your mind to remain composed, even in emotionally charged situations. Over time, this habit strengthens your emotional resilience, enabling you to handle life's challenges with greater clarity and control. 5. Remember, nobody really cares about your problems. While it may sound harsh, the reality is that most people are preoccupied with their own struggles, concerns, and challenges. They might show empathy or offer support, but at the end of the day, their focus is on their own lives. Understanding this truth can be liberating and empowering. Realizing that your problems aren't at the center of everyone else's world means you no longer have to rely on external validation, sympathy, or solutions. Instead, you take full responsibility for your emotional well-being and actions. This mindset shifts your focus inward, helping you build self-reliance and emotional strength. By not expecting others to provide the comfort or approval you seek, you free yourself from disappointment and frustration. You recognize that your happiness and stability come from within, not from external sources. This practice encourages you to find strength and solutions within yourself, ensuring that your emotions remain under your control rather than dependent on the reactions of others. 6. See emotional outbursts as a sign of weakness. Emotional outbursts, whether they manifest as anger, tears, or frustration, often indicate a loss of self-control. While emotions are natural and necessary, how we express them can either reflect strength or weakness. Viewing emotional outbursts as a sign of weakness doesn't mean suppressing your feelings. Instead, it's about recognizing that impulsively reacting to emotions can lead to regret, misunderstandings, or unnecessary conflict. When emotions like anger or frustration overpower you, they cloud your judgment and often result in actions or words that you might later wish you could take back. Yelling during an argument, breaking down in a professional setting, or lashing out over minor inconveniences are examples of moments where emotions control you instead of the other way around. These instances can diminish how others perceive you and undermine your self-confidence. The key to avoiding such outbursts is practicing intentional pauses. When you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to step back. Breathe deeply, count to 10, or remove yourself from the situation if possible. This small pause allows your rational mind to regain control, helping you process what's happening and respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. By managing your emotions internally and maintaining composure outwardly, you demonstrate maturity, resilience, and strength. People around you will respect your ability to handle difficult situations with poise, and over time, you'll develop a deeper sense of self-respect and control. Handling your emotions with grace doesn't mean denying their existence. It's about channeling them in ways that align with your values and long-term goals. This approach sets a powerful example, showing that true strength lies not in never feeling strong emotions, but in managing them wisely. 7. Recognize the drama seekers and avoid them. Drama seekers thrive on chaos, conflict, and emotional turbulence. They often drag others into their whirlpool of negativity, creating unnecessary problems and stirring conflicts. Whether it's through constant complaints, gossip, or provocation, these individuals drain emotional energy and disrupt your peace of mind. Recognizing drama seekers is the first step in protecting yourself. Pay attention to how you feel after interacting with certain people. Do you leave conversations feeling drained, anxious, or frustrated? Are these individuals frequently embroiled in conflicts or crises, often over trivial matters? If so, you may be dealing with a drama seeker. Once you've identified them, establish boundaries. Limit your interactions and avoid engaging in their emotional games. For instance, if someone starts gossiping, don't join in. If they constantly complain, listen politely, but don't offer solutions or emotional validation that feeds their need for attention. When interacting with drama seekers, remain neutral and detached. Refuse to be pulled into their web of negativity. If necessary, redirect conversations or excuse yourself when the discussion becomes too draining. It's essential to protect your energy and mental well-being without being rude or confrontational. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Choose relationships that promote positivity, growth, and emotional stability. By reducing your exposure to drama seekers, you'll find it easier to maintain your focus, stay emotionally grounded, and handle your own emotions with clarity and composure. 8. Mentally, embrace the worst-case scenario. Daily. Mentally preparing yourself for the worst-case scenario is a powerful tool for building emotional resilience. This practice, often referred to as negative visualization, is rooted in both Stoic and Buddhist philosophy. By imagining the worst possible outcomes, you train your mind to handle challenges with greater ease, reducing fear and anxiety when they occur. Embracing the worst-case scenario doesn't mean dwelling on negativity or expecting bad things to happen. Instead, it's a mental exercise that helps desensitize you to potential hardships. For example, consider scenarios like losing a job, facing rejection, or experiencing health challenges. By confronting these possibilities in your mind, you allow yourself to process the associated emotions, fear, sadness, disappointment, before they become a reality. When challenges do arise, you'll find yourself better equipped to handle them. You've already thought through the situation, considered possible solutions, and mentally rehearsed your response. This preparation reduces the shock and panic that often accompany unexpected difficulties, allowing you to respond with calmness and clarity. Additionally, this practice helps you appreciate your current circumstances more deeply. By imagining how things could go wrong, you develop a heightened sense of gratitude for what you have now. This shift in perspective fosters a balanced mindset that allows you to focus on what's within your control rather than being consumed by fear or uncertainty. To integrate this habit into your daily routine, take a few minutes each morning or evening to visualize potential challenges. Imagine how you would navigate these situations with grace and resilience. Over time, this mental preparation will make you stronger, more adaptable, and less vulnerable to emotional turmoil. 9. Cut off negative influences to protect your mind. Your mental and emotional well-being is shaped significantly by the influences you allow into your life. Negative influences, whether they come from people, media, or your own habits, can act as toxins, clouding your judgment, draining your energy, and destabilizing your emotions. Protecting yourself from these influences isn't about isolation, but about creating a mental sanctuary where positivity and growth can flourish. Negative influences often take many forms. Toxic people. These could be friends, family, or colleagues who criticize, complain, or perpetually bring negativity into your life. Media and content. News channels that thrive on fear, social media accounts that provoke envy, or entertainment that glorifies destructive behaviors. Internal habits, dwelling on past mistakes, engaging in self-criticism, or constantly replaying negative experiences. The first step in cutting off these influences is identifying them. Pay attention to the people, environments, and habits that leave you feeling drained, anxious, or frustrated. For example, does spending time with a particular friend leave you emotionally depleted? Does scrolling through social media evoke feelings of inadequacy or anger? Recognizing these patterns is essential to reclaiming control. Once you've identified the sources of negativity, take action. Set boundaries with people. Limit interactions with those who bring you down. Politely disengage from gossip, drama, or complaints. Be firm but respectful when establishing boundaries, and don't hesitate to distance yourself from relationships that consistently harm your mental well-being. Curate your media consumption. Unfollow accounts that trigger negativity and avoid fear-driven news outlets. Instead, seek out uplifting, educational, or inspiring content. Surround your digital environment with sources that promote positivity and self-improvement. Address internal habits. Replace negative self-talk with affirmations that reinforce your worth and resilience. Practice mindfulness to break the cycle of rumination and redirect your focus toward constructive thoughts. By cutting off these negative influences, you create mental space for growth, clarity, and emotional balance. Over time, you'll notice a heightened sense of control over your reactions and an increased ability to handle challenges with poise. Your mind will become less cluttered by external noise and more centered on your goals, values, and well-being. 10. Stay grounded with a daily dose of gratitude. Gratitude is a transformative practice that shifts your focus from what's lacking in life to what you already have. It fosters emotional resilience, reduces stress, and cultivates a sense of inner peace. When practiced daily, gratitude becomes a powerful tool for maintaining emotional stability and protecting your mental well-being. In a world filled with challenges and distractions, it's easy to dwell on problems or desires. Gratitude redirects your attention to the present moment, helping you appreciate life's small blessings. It rewires your brain to seek out positivity, reducing feelings of anxiety, anger, or sadness. To incorporate gratitude into your routine, keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. These could be as simple as a warm cup of tea, a kind gesture, or the beauty of nature. The act of writing helps solidify these positive reflections in your mind. Reflect during quiet moments. Set aside a few minutes each morning or evening to think about the things you appreciate. Let the feelings of gratitude wash over you, uplifting your mood and grounding your thoughts. Express gratitude to others. Thank those who contribute to your life, no matter how small their actions might seem. Expressing gratitude not only strengthens your relationships, but also reinforces a cycle of positivity in your interactions. Gratitude also serves as a powerful antidote to negative emotions. For instance, when faced with stress at work, reflecting on the opportunities your job provides can shift your perspective. Similarly, during personal challenges, gratitude for supportive friends or past successes can inspire resilience. By practicing gratitude consistently, you train your mind to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. This practice helps you navigate life's ups and downs with balance and composure, fostering a positive outlook that enhances both your emotional and physical health. Gratitude doesn't erase life's difficulties, but it provides the perspective needed to approach them with clarity and grace. Over time, it cultivates a sense of fulfillment that isn't tied to external achievements, but rooted in the simple pleasures and connections that make life meaningful. Reclaiming your power through daily practices. The journey to mastering your emotional reactions is transformative and empowering. By integrating these 10 daily practices into your life, inspired by Buddhist wisdom, you begin to reclaim control over your mind, your responses, and ultimately your life. Each habit serves as a stepping stone to greater mental resilience, clarity, and inner peace. Expect the worst from people and prepare to be disappointed, not as a form of pessimism, but as a way to ground your expectations in reality. This approach protects you from unnecessary emotional turmoil and enables you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Assume selfish motives in others, not out of distrust, but to maintain awareness and emotional detachment, ensuring you're never blindsided by unmet expectations or hidden agendas. Detach by observing your thoughts without reacting, creating space to choose mindful responses instead of falling into automatic patterns of behavior. Remember that nobody really cares about your problems to shift your focus inward, fostering self-reliance and emotional independence. See emotional outbursts as a sign of weakness, motivating yourself to develop composure, which earns respect and enhances your own self-worth. Recognize drama seekers and avoid them, freeing yourself from unnecessary chaos and focusing your energy on personal growth and meaningful relationships. Mentally embrace the worst-case scenario daily, training your mind to handle adversity with calmness and poise while fostering a deeper appreciation for the present. Cut off negative influences to safeguard your mental space, allowing positivity, resilience, and clarity to thrive. Stay grounded with a daily dose of gratitude, shifting your perspective to abundance and cultivating emotional balance. Through these practices, you embody the principles of mindfulness, self-discipline, and emotional intelligence. Instead of being swayed by the tides of external circumstances or the actions of others, you anchor yourself in self-awareness and intentionality. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. However, with these strategies, you'll face difficulties with calm resolve and grace, navigating every situation with a balanced mind and a steady heart. As you apply these habits consistently, you'll not only transform your emotional reactions, but also inspire others with your strength, composure, and wisdom. Remember, the power to control your emotions lies within you. By committing to these daily practices, you take a decisive step toward a more fulfilling, harmonious, and empowered life.